Hi, finally it's 10 years. It was 10 years back when I thought of archiving my travel pictures, primarily from a Nepal trip which I had done in the month of April, which had seen the birth of Picture Nama.
Picturama with a K. We thought, let's be a little different. Let's not have a picture with a C. We expressed the idea that the blog was starting and we needed to give it a name. And this was a suggestion from a friend that why don't we call it Picture Nama? Nama meaning,
The
a
journey.
script or a
The
journey.
script, yeah.
Or it was always meant to be a travel and lifestyle, sort of a culture, sort of a blog, and also to document most of his stories. I was nowhere a part of Pictionama when it started, but I think it was just one of the days that I made a banana bread, and those were the days of MasterChef Australia really, sort of influencing a lot of people into thinking creatively about their food. And I thought of plating the banana bread a little different with a maple butter cream and with some caramelized bananas. And he thought, why not let's take some photographs and write about it. And everyone loved it at home, and we took pictures and we put up the blog post on banana bread, and it was an instant hit. There were so many people who read it, appreciated the post, and wrote beautiful comments on the blog. And that's when we thought that we should include food also in Pictionama, and that's how food came about. It wasn't a lot, but we tried our best to archive and tell our stories through Pictionama at that point of time.
So a lot has happened in the last 10 years. Orkut has gone off.
Orkut was never there.
Orkut
when we
was
started.
there. Orkut ended somewhere around September
No.
2014, if I'm not wrong. We'll just check that, right?
But
I
Orkut
do my
wasn't that
homework.
big at that
Yeah, so
point of
Orkut was
time.
not that big. Facebook was
I think
big.
Facebook is what, we used to all post on Facebook. And
Instagram was
yeah.
just coming up, and we were
And
still
for some
debating.
reason, Instagram wasn't that big in Kolkata.
We
I
were
mean,
still debating
Calton's-
whether 1:1
Yeah.
format should be used or not, right? There used to be an association called Indie Blogger, with whom I was very closely associated with, and they had awarded me in 2017 the best travel blog. 2017 December, if you remember, they used to have those meets where the first place from where I think I met some of the very good friends who have been with me till now, with us till now, with Pictionama till now, right?
We didn't really make use of Instagram at that point of time. I think we were just writing a lot on the blog and documenting everything. Honestly, it was not even that much of Bengali food that we were doing. I
Yeah.
used to always say that, why Bangali khabar? Why should I write about a luchi or a torkari? Everybody knows how to make it, or everybody knows it's their stories. It's just their. I mean, what's there to talk about luchi torkari? So I was doing all these fancy pies, and I think I did some feta cheese pie. I did
Yeah.
a quiche Lorraine. I did all kinds of
Butter and garlic
Yeah.
squids and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that we used
Yeah.
to do each and everything documented minutely, carefully.
And then we were both of us working at that point of time.
Yeah.
So it was always, if we had to do a food post or if we had to take photographs, if it's not a travel post, then we had to plan it in advance and shoot it early in the morning before going to work. And right at night, after Tuga would go to bed, we would both sit
And
with
then
our
I would
laptops
process the images
write,
and then
yeah.
next day we would release. We didn't have these lights, so early morning we literally, what we teach now in our food photography classes, we figured out the best place in our home where you get the best of the soft diffuse light. Mind it, not the noon. You don't get the best of the images
But
in the
we
noon.
also did that. I mean, it was always trial and error for us, and there weren't YouTube tutorials. There wasn't anything on food photography. So we had absolutely no idea, and no idea about styling either. It was just we used to just look at beautiful pictures and wonder how they are getting that light right, how they are getting that thing done. But it was a lot of trial and error.
Which takes us to the point that we are really, really grateful to get some of the best mentors in this field, be it food writing, be it food photography, be it branding, be it social media, that one can ever think of in the last decade being in India.
Yeah.
They were not insecure, they never thought that their work is going away or anything like that. They came forward and they helped us. They helped us in teaching the technique, not arriving at the numbers or not dictating a number, but teaching the technique, which is important. One key point which you are saying is that why we started and why is very important for everyone to
Yeah.
know that why we started.
It was never, to go to a restaurant or a cafe to
Or to get a
eat,
free
or to
invite.
get an invitation. That was never the motivation. That was never the intention. The intention was always to express ourselves, to talk about. It was like a diary. Pictionama was our diary. It was our second baby after Toga, and
We changed jobs, which was once a hobby. We had to fall back. Literally, we had to fall back on Pictionama and our photographic skills to make it a profession.
yeah, and yeah, eventually it did, and I'm so glad that now I feel that at least this is something that we love doing. It was a hobby, and we made our hobby into our profession. And I don't think many people get to say that, and so I feel that we are very lucky that way, that we are able to do this.
Both of us, we have got trained, we have worked in a corporate setup under some of the finest bosses, some of the best country heads in terms of HR or marketing, both our individual vocation, where we have learnt a lot. So this is also a tribute to them, where some of the learnings of theirs have really helped us to propel the business, to interact with the customers, to understand what is client service, to understand what is customer service. So if you're planning
To understand branding.
to understand
I mean,
branding,
that itself, I think, is a big learning, to understand exactly how to brand Pictionama. 10 years, countless recipes, crazy adventures, and more to go.
what we have not spoken about, what we have not said, what is not seen most of the times when you see our work on social media, is the fact is that hard work, sleepless nights, real drudgery to be consistent, to be creative, and to come up with ideas to content every time which is better than previous one. So we have enjoyed it, but it's not easy yet. When it comes out and when people see it, it's very, very fulfilling.
It's very satisfying when somebody comes up with their memories and shares it with us, and that we are able to connect and touch many people's lives with our storytelling. So that's what gives us the maximum motivation.
I started Pictionama single-handedly when I had pressed the first release button, as in publish button. But
I joined.
and then
Come guys. Today we are a big team.
it takes a village to undergo a journey of a decade, and would not have been possible if we did not have this team with us today. For everyone who has been associated with us in the past, this team and all those bright talents who are there on the other side of the camera who are now watching would like to come and join us in the future. Thanks a lot. Thanks to our audience, thanks to our all the well-wishers. We hate the word fan. All the well-wishers who from time and again at the times of low have come and cheered us up, have encouraged us, and have really, really given the boost to undergo this journey. So, happy 10, upwards and onwards! Whatever, onwards and upwards. Seriously, someone would have got the Z30, yaar. তোরা হাসি ঠাট্টাটা বন্ধ করে একটুখানি ফোকাস কর. Someone would have got the Z30 today for the BTS.
It's okay, the chaos is fine.
The chaos will also be fine.